In this video, I'm going to explain one simple underlying principle which will help you figure out how to approach the study of law. And it's really just a matter of perspective. There's a common misconception, especially amongst first-year students, that studying law is about memorizing statute, memorizing judgments. But that's not actually very helpful to you when you first get thrown into the deep end. The way that lawyers talk and write can be incredibly confusing. And the way to cut through that is really just by reducing the legal issues you come across into everyday scenarios. And that's ultimately what the law is about. It's about problem solving. What do I mean by that? Well, take contract law, for example. A typical, very simple contract case would look something like person A agrees to sell something to person B for a particular price, and at the last minute, person B says, I'm not going to pay that. I won't pay the price that we agreed upon. We have to change the price. The issue there is, what are the terms of the contract? These kinds of issues are grounded in real-life scenarios that happen all the time between business people and consumers, and your job as a law student is really just to say, okay, what happened here? When you apply the law, the difficulty is not getting caught up in the convoluted language, the legalese, as we call it, which is intentionally confusing. A good thing to do is to read slowly and take notes on the jargon. Try to break sentences down into manageable pieces, but ultimately, you really just need to be able to understand the case from the perspective of a layperson. So how would someone who has no understanding of the law understand the situation at hand? When you consider that the law is really just about problem solving, then it becomes much simpler, because the law is about content and form. What I mean by that is the law says two things. First of all, you can do certain things, and you have to do them in certain ways. That's a very broad, overarching way of explaining the function of the law. But as a law student, if you approach the cases that you come across from a grounded, practical, everyday kind of perspective, then it will be that much easier to understand. Because the law is really just about how people behave in everyday life.